Hello, this is Jeffrey B. Holl, introducing my new book that has recently become available, To the Earth and Beyond Time. It is a collection of poetry, and it's available at McNally Robinson Booksellers in Winnipeg, Manitoba. It can be ordered online. I intend to read a few selections from this book. I will begin with one entitled Behind the Ruse. For the descent, here the faith flies, with wings it fights a tumbling mass, pragmatic and astute to the request to fall from the heavens the underclassed. Striving resilience above the rest, and to this subtle greatness let it be said that no harness upon the shallow moonlight could alter or attest the being of those whom gather their souls, collecting them to become more than any lesser attempt at success. But a chance to soar so high, the promise of tomorrow never saw such a glimmer of hope as this. That always persistence were rewarded for effort, and on a grand scale the meaning of the challenge is the very necessity to adore the journey toward the goal, for everything that takes away from this life may yet leave us whole. In search of worlds of grandeur and the prosperous avails of everything that put the wind into our sails, there we will become more than just a shell, more than simply the embodiment of the controls that led to this place, the locality of all these dreams shattered and doubt replenished. Here, where wanton is the soul that lives for belonging, despondent through the means to the stark reality of daylight. There, where dreams are old-fashioned and growing up is something that means there is no more joy or love left. But the crutch of society that delivers us from our own deaths, into the meaning that there is something out there beyond where the imagination leads, further into the realm of a world absent of disease and to the spoils of grandeur of every wish fulfilled. And with this, let us be thrilled that we are not the sheep. Thinking is freedom and freedom is thought. There's nothing beyond reason that we are or are not. The soul is its own being in the world never corrupted by deceiving minds that live as though no one is to trust. Though there dwells the meaning, as to trust is to believe, there is something within the mind of which we should conceive. And that is that the truth is based upon a simple principle in thought. It's entirely verifiable that destinies are unknown. Entities are disowned by the promise that life is attainable only through an incarnation of divinity that only the chosen few may know. Expression is the soil upon which all our ideas grow, and thought is where they originate. Whether you believe it is from the forms or something that humans did incarnate, we did it anyway. The design of the universe is seen through our eyes, and it is something that we must never betray. To confound or delay the reality of existence is the notion of never having been swayed by love, for it is only enough if it is known from experience, only a glimpse into the realm of where prosperity fails in the attempt to convince the living that nothing is ordinary. Being is the foundation of everything originary. The elixir of existence is the absence of devotion to the thinking that paralyzes the very promise of life, the meaning that is consumed, only to benefit greed and vice. And the requisite seed of all that is just comes down to every dream within all of us. Every striving and concern for the suffering, each care that rises above the last hopes that are lingering, the will to cope with the promise that nothing could destroy the belief that we are beyond conquering. Never the ones replaced and corrupted by the power machine, not to be disgraced by the chase or captured without means, but belonging in this life members of society, longing for the rights to pursue what arrives void of power or piety, and always encumbered with a life that belongs universally to the forsaken and the wronged, all in search of the levity that conquers opponents of justice, or the soul of the crutches, to always rely upon the system. But here, what becomes of every one, the ideal's always been. And the moment we crawl past the tales of misfortune, past the face of disgrace, toward lives that are won, belongs where the meaning has never been denied, where freedom is never to be overcome and reality isn't hidden behind the ruse or disguise.